Hello and welcome back to ManCave City. We've got quite a few changes, so today is just a generic city update and showing you everything that I've been doing behind the scenes. So since the last video I've been in here, I've been watching films and TV series and stuff like that, and I've just been picking and playing and messing around. So I'm going to show you where I'm at so far. So the stairs, for example, I haven't finished them, but I've got the top bit joined, so I've just got to do like a rail coming down and then like footpaths to the sides. What else have we done? I've set up a little area around the train station. So we got the coffee cart, we got a portaloo, we got the donut shop. None of it's fixed down. Got a cash point in case you need money for the train. Over here we've got the candy floss, a little drink stand and a hot dog. So this kind of area is going to be like a little fun area. So we got like the Ferris wheel and what's going to be the fun house. Then up here I've moved the town hall just so it looks a bit better up in the corner. So that is absolutely pucker. I'm thinking foot traffic, road traffic. So I'm looking more, you ain't gonna have a car or anything coming up here, so that's fine there. Then again, you come around the corner, you can cross over. I haven't finished that bit yet. That is on my to-do list. But then I've moved the Sanctum Sanctorum up here, along with the police station and the diner. Because the X-Mansion I have moved over here. Now that is not a permanent place at the moment, but I'm starting to think over here might be a better place for it. However, not finished on this side yet. So you saw in the last video we got all the shops done, we got the like the little pool lake thing done, we got the takeaways, so that's that sorted. And then you'll see I've obviously plated all around the area. I've also put the jewelry shop at the back of the fun house, so that is fixed in. Do something here, have a footpath here. I'm thinking if I have these buildings facing this way, at least I can do some sort of scenes where you can actually see them. So the footpath will have to continue onto there. Then at the back, we can do whatever we need to back there. And I don't have to keep going, to see the front. You can actually see the fronts of the shops this way. So the roads, I've put grey lining around all the outside of the roads, all the way on every road plate. So what is different over here? So if I can move my chair out of the way, I've redone some more bus stops as well. So the bus stops are all in place. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bus stops now with 2 buses, the double-decker tourer and the single bus. So obviously we drive on the left-hand side in the UK. All my vehicles are adjusted to do so. So the idea of it is placement-wise, I can put a couple there, so coming to and from. Got one there, so if you're coming round, ready to cross over the track. Then as we come down, one ready to go through that tunnel. Got another one over here, so I do possibly need that another one somewhere. I'm not quite sure yet, because obviously if it's going to come up on the left, they've got a bus stop there, but then they'll have to turn to get this bus stop, so I might have to move that down a bit. Not confirmed as of yet. What else is new? Then bus stops are locked in. I've moved the Lego shop over to this corner, being as a road building, and I've got a Lego delivery truck. I've got the fire station still in the same place, and I've moved the pet shop and the news agents over to the corner. I've got a little swimming pool and a basketball court. They're all on 132 by 32 because they were a part of this set. But again, I'm not 100% set on what I'm doing with that yet. Behind the X-Mansion, I've put a tree in place, and then we've got the bar wheel coffee shop greenhouse looking thing. I've also got this beautiful petrol station, which I'll show you now. And now it is time to build my petrol station and see what designs I can come up with for it. And just like that, my fuel station is done and looks absolutely wicked, if I do say so myself. Complete MOC. I've got a rough idea for the pumps, but even them are my own creation. So yeah, not bad at all. So if I give you a quick look, we've got the pumps. So we've got some on that side. I need some more string to do this side, but I've got one on that side. That side's all flat. We have the station or garage, which has got some tyres, steering wheels and other bits and bobs outside. Got a big poster, which I'm going to say is for the tyres. Then as we look inside, you can see we've got some shelves with stuff on. We've got the till guy going in. Epic little roof. And if I take the roof off, you can see we've got a nice, quick, easy design, which don't look too shabby. So that's that done. And then, like the little Fortnite style, I've put some plates here so the cars can go on and charge or refuel or repair, whatever. Little throw to Fortnite on that one. And then all of that has been thrown onto a 32 by 48, which I've kind of made myself. So in theory, the cars will come on this way, charge up, and then drive off that way. So yeah, not too bad if I say so myself. So over for this side, I do need another corner building, which eventually is what I'm going to be working on with the deli shop and Thor's apartment. It's not going to be massive, probably 2, maybe 3 floors high, so that will eventually go in that corner when I've got all the bricks to do so. I've still got to do the interior for the hospital. Speaking of which, I've done a little hospital ambulance bay area, so that can pull into there. It's got its own little car park. I have got an ambulance sign, so I'll put that somewhere. Haven't really done much in this section. I've just kind of cleared a couple of plates out the way. The second one was over there. So yeah, so far so good. I'm wondering what the next stage is now. So as I mentioned earlier, we've also got this one I wanted to turn into a big corner building, but then I've also got these MOCs. These were my first ever MOCs, like proper ones anyway. So we got the Fortress of Solitude with Superman. We've got Titan Tower, where they're all sat at the meeting table. We got the Batcave for Batwoman and the Batcave for Batman. Now, I do want to get all this as a superhero city, not just Marvel, but DC as well. So I'm thinking I might slightly strip down and rebuild all 4 of these into one big tower. Now that could be an epic build, and it will be modular as well, so obviously you can see into it. Now yeah, I've got space here, there, over there, but again I want a corner one over there. So that's not set to be there. I could possibly turn it sideways. Don't know how silly that might look, but at the same time I've got a few bits of ideas that I could place this tower. So that and that are going to be my next project build, so keep an eye out for them videos. So that's the other alternative of turning it, but I think I might have just had a better idea. Wow, that spiraled out of control fast. So my idea, have the high school next to Xavier's school for gifted. Then we've got the park out the front. We've got a swimming pool and a basketball area, so all like school related activities. And then a few more things have changed over here. So I've put some fire trucks into the fire station. I've got a construction crew working out over here, getting ready for the next build. A couple of cars added into the fuel station, along with the fuel truck about to come and fill it all up. What else have I done? Oh, I've added this little detail over here. So the fire crew are working out how to put the fire out in the diner, which I'm guessing was caused by this bad guy on the top. And then another little thing, I've got rid of the helipad and turned it into the bat signal on top of the police station. All these little details make a big difference. Just found some more construction workers, so mix that up a little bit more, and a crane on the backside lifting over some load. So yeah, so far so good for the city update. In other news, I now have my stackable drawers, so over there has all been resorted again, so makes so much easier when I can have all the same stuff in my drawers, but they're now under here and accessible, so while I'm building I haven't got to keep walking over there, up and down, up and down. Everything is where I need it. So now I am going to get to the main feature of this video, and I must say I am extremely proud. Right, so as a lot of you might know, probably not everybody, I've been doing a lot of lives lately with Loki, my 9-year-old son, and he decided he was going to build this random house. And then he wanted it to stay in the city. Now, the only way I could think if it could stay in the city is if I could give it a purpose. So, me and Loki had a chat, and we've turned his random house, with a bit of Daddy's help, into the fun house. So split into 3 parts, we have got the entrance, which again is all Loki. When it comes to this, all I have done is the interiors, and I've redone the lining for the modular side. But all of this is looking epic. So you're going to come in, you're going to pay box, apparently it's his house. Then you're going to go up here, across the bridge, down, and then you can either do the rock climbing wall, or you could go upstairs to the next level. And there's a TV on in the background as well. As we look out the front, I've plated at the backs for some grass, and then I've tiled at the front so that it matches every other modular that we have. Continuing with the second level, yet again, same as ground, I've done the interior and the rim. Everything else was down to Loki, so I've put a gate just so where they're going to come up on the ladder, you'll see after. I've got these rolling tumblers, which are meant to be like the big inflatables that you squeeze your way through. Then I've got some sort of a glass room, which is like a little maze type thing with Loki's floor plan. So I've still used the floor that he put down. And then I've got this random twisty pole, which a lot of people like to sit and play on, and then a random little roller coaster that goes up and down. As I say, is a fun house, so that is the craziness that I could think of. You could probably get a lot better, but off the top of my head, and only going by what I've seen before, is how that is all set up. So now that will then sit modular and locks in, and we've got a bit of space if we wanted to put some lanterns or something there just to decorate the outside. We haven't finished doing all the outside yet. We'll have some bushes or signs or something like that. Loki built the tree himself, so well done. And then last but not least, I finished it off. I've built the roof, so I've put like a little gauze in there so you can see from the top. I've built the funhouse sign. And yeah, it's just a basic flat roof. I've tiled around the edges just to give it somewhat of a finish, but it is going to be a flat roof build. Now, Loki has built this like 1 stud short, so that is going to be a pain in the backside. Hence why anything you make kind of overhangs by one. So that's just because he hasn't got an even number on the depth. But on this side, he's put like a cover with all these different coloured slope tiles, and then obviously I've just left it as plain for the funhouse sign, which all in all I think that looks pretty epic. Now I'm going to show you where it's going to go. Now originally it was placed next to O'Reilly's pub, but I had another idea. I wanted to keep the Ferris wheel because all great towns and cities have got them, like London, Birmingham, you know, all that popular places. So I thought, right, Mancave City can keep this one in. It's not quite like, say, the London Eye. It's more of a funfair carousel, but I'm still happy to do that. We've got the word fun right here. And now we've got the fun house to place just opposite. So if I can do that one-handed, there we go, just slide it in as is. And then obviously we've got the path that can still run off, even though I might just grass these bits, but again I might just leave it be, because if that ever rotates I'd have to change it all again anyway. Then at the back we've got the open back jewellery shop, which you will no longer see the open back of because it is flush against the fun house. And then I've put a couple of bits down here as well. So yeah, this is Loki's fun house, and I'm quite proud to say that my 9-year-old has contributed massively to my Lego city, because that was a fun build and we can always make it bigger. But for now, I wanted to keep everything on the front as 2 levels so that we can still see at the back. So what do we think of the new city update then? As I say, we've got construction crew, we've got one new build in the petrol station, or a gas station, fuel station, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. We've got another new build in the shape of the fun house. We've had a bit of a move around, so things are starting to look a little bit better, and now we can start finalising on some details. The first thing I think I'm going to get started with is the superheroes and the stories, and then I can try and incorporate the people afterwards. I don't want to get halfway through detailing and then move everything around again, just like I did the last time, which I said I wouldn't do from the time before that. But hey, 3rd time's the charm, if that's what it is. If not, we'll just keep going until it's perfect. So thank you all very much for watching. As usual, please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.